Hi, my name is Roseanne, and this is going to be a real-time recovery video. Last Thursday, I fell down our stairs, maybe 6 or 7 feet, and I landed on the back of my head, and I could tell pretty quickly that I was in trouble because I was slurring my speech. I had to wait about 40 minutes for my husband to get home so he could take me down because I knew I shouldn't be driving. I made a mistake and I took 4 ibuprofen, which I shouldn't have done. And it was only after I took it that I remembered that with a head injury, you don't do that. I don't know if that made it worse or not. Probably not. But I can't take ibuprofen or aspirin, and I can take Tylenol, but it doesn't help very much. So I managed to cancel my dentist appointment. So I'm going to be posting this. It's going to be raw. It's going to be real, which is why I'm going to identify these as real time, so that I can document what this is like and what happens, and hopefully you will see me recover. I don't know if I'll post these once a week or randomly as things occur to me as I go along. So I will find out, but on Friday will be my regular content, Friday at 10 o'clock. But in between, we'll see some real time. So you'll have to forgive me if this video is all scattered, because what I have is a complicated, mild traumatic brain injury. And the reason it is complicated is because there is my CT scan, and you see this white bit that was bleeding in my brain, because when I hit the back of my head, it hit it so hard that it threw my brain around, and then I got a little bleed. But it was only a stage 1 bleed. They rate them between 1 and 3. In the old days, they would have taken me in the ambulance down to the regional hospital and put me in ICU overnight. But now they don't. They keep you in the hospital for 6 hours and watch you to see if you're improving. And by the end of the 6 hours, my speech had improved. When I first got there, I had a hard time writing my name. I was stumbling more than usual. I stumble, which is my problem. Anyway, I was improved enough that they let me go home, but I can't drive until I feel they let me determine when I can drive. And that will be when I feel like I'm not getting confused at all. And then they told my husband what to watch for. And I've gone through concussions before and some brain injury. I had some brain injury after COVID. So this all is feeling very familiar. That was my husband opening the door. This is all feeling familiar to me, but I have never had it to the point where I've had a brain bleed. And before I had car accidents is when I got concussions. Anyway, I'm going to be posting this with minimal effort, with minimal editing, because I want you to see how I am, and I want to document how I am. So, as I said, forgive me as if this is all over the place. Hopefully, we'll see me get less over the place as we go along. So that happened on Thursday, and I have a great big old bump on the back of my head, which makes it hard for me to sit in my recliner too long, because it's hard to get in a situation where it doesn't hurt. So sometimes I'll actually sit at my computer and edit a bit, because that position of leaning forward is actually kind of relieving, but I can't stay there too long or my brain gets tired, my head starts to ache. They told me It's all right for me to look at bigger screens, but I shouldn't be looking at my small screen much, which is my phone. And unfortunately, I'm pretty addicted to my phone. And Saturday I stayed on it, but yesterday I stayed on it all day long and looking at various things. And I'm paying for it today. So today I'm like, I'm not going to check it much, except for when I look at my app Finch. And Finch is really helpful. It's an app where you put to-do lists in it, and it also encourages you to do breathing exercises and affirmations, and it helps you along with it. It's really cute. It's this bird, so it's like a game. It's like gaming, that kind of thing. It's a little bird, and you earn points, and then you can buy it clothing. You can send it on trips. You can decorate its little place. You can make friends with it. And I'm glad I got started on that before this happened, because it really encourages me. Like this morning I got up and I was just like, I can't get dressed. I can't. But I didn't want to let down my Finch. Same chirp. And one of my things on the list was to get dressed and get ready for the day. So I thought, I'm going to do that. Because when I look in the mirror and I'm in my nightgown, I feel like discouraged. It makes me feel sicker than normal. So I got dressed, combed my hair, I put a little bit of makeup on. I didn't put mascara on, so if I look a little different, that's why. Because mascara will bother me. The rest of the makeup doesn't bother me. So I compromised with myself and I didn't put mascara on. And I have like pray and meditate and read scriptures, and so like right now read 1 or 2 scriptures, because I'm not supposed to do a lot of reading. You can set up goals for anything. I have simple goals right now, like getting up and getting dressed and drinking and eating, but I am supposed to get up and do things as much as I can. I actually asked the nurse, can I declutter a drawer? And she kind of laughed. And the reason I asked her that is because I'm in the middle of a 30-day challenge where I declutter every day for 15 minutes. And so I already have one video ready for that, which will come out on Friday. And I'm about halfway through the second video. So this is not going to be 30 consecutive days. It's going to be 30 days. So that will encourage me to do something. So I can't do anything heavy, like I know I couldn't vacuum, so I'm going to have to ask someone in my family to vacuum, because I know just even normally that kind of put pressure on my head. It's really physically demanding, and I'm not supposed to do anything that is really like go running or, on the treadmill or lift heavy things like that. So I can do lightweight things as I feel like doing them. So far I haven't felt like doing much. I'm just kind of concentrating on taking care of myself. But as soon as I can, I'm going to get back into decluttering those small areas, because I've ended up enjoying doing that so much. So you're going to still keep seeing regular content come out. I already have 2 videos set up. One is that decluttering, and the next one actually is doing a home reset. And I did a lot of stuff, and it has a really nice voiceover. And I did that right before this happened, which has thrown me backwards. Oh. So I'm going to have to, get built up and recover to the point where I could do something like that. Although it might be really good for me to document really what it's like to clean my home under these conditions. Like this day I could do this, and this day I could do this, but I can't do this. Because I think there's a lot of people that are in similar circumstances, maybe not recovering from this particular thing, but they have other health problems. And it might be interesting for you to see what that's like as I'm working and dealing with this. And hopefully this won't take too long. They say that this immediate part where my head is aching and everything should only last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, I don't know. But then it will take a number of months for my brain to get back. Oh, it is so annoying when your brain gets off and you get confused easily. And what will happen to me is that I get overly easily stressed and overwhelmed. Like, I went in, I thought, I'm going to put a load of laundry in because I'm behind on the laundry. And because it's not hard to lift up the laundry and put it in the washer. But my son's laundry was in there. He hadn't taken it away. And just going in there and seeing his son's and not seeing the room look like it should look overwhelmed me. And I left the room. I'm like, I can't do it. I need to talk to my husband about getting that out of there. And I still will. But then I'm like, you can do it. So I went and I put his baskets together, so visually it was better. And then I put one of the loads of laundry in there, but then the little plastic cup that comes with the laundry soap was missing. I couldn't see it. And then I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I went away, and then it occurred to me I could use my little plastic paper Dixie cups. So I did that, but that all took me quite a bit of effort to come up with a solution, but I have a load going. Yay! I've actually done something. And I have gone down at least once since Friday and gone down and wiped the crumbs off of the counter. And it actually felt good to do that walking around, but I have to balance it with sitting and relaxing. It's like this talking to you is making my head ache. Like praying right now makes my head ache because, it's concentrating and talking. And so I'll rest for a little while before I do anything until my head isn't aching anymore. But you have to talk to people. So it's just kind of getting in that thing. But then sitting in my chair is like something I have to do. And so I'm trying to figure that out. And I'm glad I'm already sleeping in the chair because I have to sleep with my head elevated. And I said, I'm sleeping in a recliner. And she said, oh, you've got that all worked out. But I have to make sure I'm sleeping on my side because if I get on my head, then it pushes. You see, it's just kind of complicated right now. So, what else do I need to tell you? Well, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Yeah, when I saw it, I had conflicting emotions. On one hand, I was like, oh my words. But then I was glad that it wasn't worse than it was. Because if it had been a level 2, then I would be in a lot worse situation. Or level 3, I've been in a really bad situation. And this will go away. And the fact that I can talk and everything shows that it's improving. The fact that I'm talking to you right now shows that that's improving. But I can tell because the headache I can tell that it's pressure from inside my head because your brain is like any muscle. If it gets thrown away around, then it kind of swells, which is like what a bruising does on your body and how it kind of swells. So that's what that is. And that's why I need to be a good girl about not looking at my phone. To really keep that down when I'm looking at my phone, not just sit there and scroll like I did yesterday. And oh my words, my decision making right now is not very good. You know what I did yesterday? It was just crazy. I spent all that time shopping and I bought a whole bunch of stuff from Temu, and I had determined I wasn't going to buy from Temu anymore. But I did. I do have a lot of cute things coming, and by the time I came to myself, it was too late to cancel the orders. Well, I got some new decor for spring is what I mostly got, and I got a new rug for under my dining room table, which was only about $40. It's a washable rug, so I'll enjoy that. And I think I got me a couple of shirts. And I got some stickers for my granddaughter. So it was really just random things. But I wouldn't have done it if this hadn't happened. And I was really mad at myself. But then in myself was like, will you give yourself a break, Roseanne? I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't sin or anything. Just give yourself a break. And keep away from your phone, like they told you to. Don't spend time on your phone like that, and then you won't do that kind of thing. And I'm like, okay. So, anyway, so I'm documenting this, and, oh, I didn't tell you how I fell. And I had, the day that it happened, actually when I was in the ER, I put a post on my community page. He says, it's so weird, I wanted to tell somebody, and I don't have anybody to tell but you guys. So that's kind of sad commentary on my life right now, but I didn't have anybody, and so I just felt like I needed some support. I just felt like I needed some support, and I knew you guys are so kind and you'd give me some. So everyone that commented or liked that post, thank you. It meant a lot to me. Anyway, the reason I fell down, I believe, is because I had taken my Ambien wrong the night before, and so it didn't work right, and so I was either waking up all night, or I was having crazy dreams all night, which is an indication that I did it wrong. I was really tired when I got up. So then I had gone downstairs and I'd done a few things, and I got dressed and ready. And then I was on my way down to make some breakfast. In fact, I was thinking about what I was going to make for breakfast. And then after that, I was going to do my decluttering. I tried to do that in the morning, before I do anything else, because it's like 15 minutes. So I was thinking about what I was going to make for breakfast. I had one of my phones in my pocket, and I was holding the other phone, but I wasn't looking at it. But my problem was that I don't think I was holding the railing. Maybe I'm wrong. But my left foot was dragging, and I have some weakness on my left side, and when I get tired like that, then my left foot will drag, and my left foot caught the carpet, and then it sent me going. It's the weirdest thing when you are going like that. I wasn't going head over heels, but you see yourself going in, and you're trying to get your foot to grab and stop you, and we have kind of a little landing in the middle, and I'd hoped that slowed me down, but it didn't. It's just like gravity takes over. And then, I don't know, you would think that you'd just face plant, but somehow I flipped over on the back of my head. Maybe it was better that I didn't face plant. I remember my first thought is, oh good, I didn't break my finger, because when I fell last summer, I broke my finger. And that time was my fault. I was trying to carry this great big thing and go down the stairs. And I'm trying really hard to always use the railing. And I don't know if I was holding on to that. I can't say, but I fell. And that's what happened. And hopefully I won't keep doing that. I know I had some of you advise me, you got to figure out what you're falling. You got to figure out how to stop it. Oh, I agree with that. I don't know exactly what to do. Anyway, hopefully this will be the last time, because it's not good to keep getting these concussions. I'll tell you what, I didn't get a concussion when I fell down in the summer. My hand stopped it before my head hit, but I broke my finger. So that's what it is. But I covered that I have some videos coming out on the next 2 Fridays are done, and I have another one that's partly done, and it's good for me. I learned this when I was going through long COVID and was in the same state, that it was really good for me to keep doing things, because it gives me like a reason to keep trying to do this. So don't tell me, oh, don't do it, because it's really good for me. I just have to be good about being careful how much I do and what I do. So I'm going to be documenting that. So anyway, the real-time videos will be me documenting this. If you have any questions for me, if you have anything you would like to see me do or talk about, let me know, because that kind of gives me a direction. And I hope I see you again. If you feel like you relate to me, or you like hanging out to me, or you want to follow this, you want to see my Friday videos, it'd be great if you subscribed. And I'd love to hear what you're thinking about all of this in the comments. And I hope I see you again. Bye.